Hades is one of the villains we're going to be talking about in today's educated discussion. I'm Elmo.
And I'm Felipe.
And we have brought two of the greatest intellectuals that I know of, myself and Felipe, to talk to all of you, our audience, about who is the greatest Disney villain of all time.
It's a high bar.
It's a high bar. Keep in mind, this is classic Disney in terms of this isn't, we don't got the MCU in here.
No Star Wars?
No Star Wars. We don't even got Pixar.
What?
That's for another time, maybe.
Okay.
Right now, it's just...
That'd be a long list.
Yeah. Just these
Thanos wins.
We don't want to have Cruella de Vil versus Kylo Ren. Yet. But what we do have here is a collection of the best 16 villains in the Disney-only stable or roster of villains.
Okay.
Now, Felipe, you do not know what our tournament bracket looks like.
Nope.
You do not know who is in the top 16.
Right.
You only helped me choose the 16th slot.
Right.
Now, how did you feel about that 16th slot choice? Do you think that's a contender? Because technically, that would be the weakest.
Right, if you were deciding between these two people.
Yes. By the way, those were Clayton and Hans. Tarzan's villain versus Frozen 1's villain.
I'd say... I told you to get rid of Clayton.
Correct.
So, I might have some stuff to say about Hans.
Okay.
So, I guess we'll see.
All right.
But, yeah.
All right. So
I'm interested to hear the rest of this list.
So before we begin, I would like to say that we're using 3 categories to discuss the effectiveness of these characters' villainy.
Okay.
So overall success is the first slot.
Okay.
So if you're a villain who just can't get the job done in some way or believably, what did you say?
You suck.
Exactly. If you are someone who has no good origins to your villainy, then what's the point? You're just a roadblock for the character to step over.
Yeah.
You're not interesting. You're not a good villain.
Okay.
You're a static image. This is why Queen of Hearts actually didn't make it to the top 16.
There's no origin.
Yeah, it's just...
Well,
now
I heard they explore
but we're talking just...
Again, classic Disney. I got you.
And overall aesthetic. Like, yo, if you see the silhouette of this dude, you see a shadow, and is this person or lady behind you?
Yeah.
And you just see their shadow, you jumping. Or you were like, dang, look at that dude or lady.
Yeah. You see this person walking around in this cosplay.
Yeah. You want
to take a picture.
Or run away.
Because you're scared for your life.
So, should I go over the list or should I just go over the bracket?
You're running this cast today, so you let me know what you think.
All right. We're going to go over the bracket.
Okay.
Let's do it. I did try to properly seed this tournament bracket.
All right.
So that means, for those who are about to be educated, if you're a top contender, you're not going to face other top contenders immediately. We want to have a good finale.
We ran into that problem with the PlayStation cast.
Right.
The PlayStation, best PlayStation
getting
game.
Ape Escape.
Yeah.
So this will end on hopefully what should be known as a banger.
All right.
So I'm going to start at the top of the bracket.
Do it.
We've got Captain Hook versus Encanto's Abuela.
Oh, Jesus.
This is actually I started from the top. We're actually going to start from the bottom left here. But
okay.
Then we have Cruella de Vil versus Dr. Facilier.
Okay.
Then we have Lady Tremaine, which sounds like a pretty good hip-hop artist's name. I could see Lady Tremaine doing a track with Cardi B. I'm just saying.
All right, yeah.
From Cinderella versus Frollo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Dame?
Oh, man. No? I have not seen that film in a very long time.
But you can picture him, right?
Vaguely.
He made an impression.
Okay.
Even in your youth.
Let me see.
Too much of an impression. Some might say there's no such thing as too much, but in this case, he's fire.
Okay.
Yeah, I think at one point he's literally surrounded by fire.
Right.
But we'll talk more about him later.
Right.
We also have Mother Gothel versus Ursula. So Tangled versus Little Mermaid.
Okay.
we've got Shan Yu from Mulan versus Maleficent. Jafar from Aladdin versus Hades from Hercules.
Okay.
Ratcliffe from Pocahontas versus the Evil Queen from Snow White. And finally, Hans versus Scar. Okay. We're actually not going to start in that order. We're going to actually start with the... Do you hear that intense airplane behind me?
that laptop's heating up. It's with anticipation.
I will pause so maybe I can filter this out. So any questions, Felipe, before we head into this tournament of villainy?
No, I mean, I guess we'll dive into the 3 categories that make up these villains. I will be honest, as noticed on the last Disney cast we did, especially with the Prince cast, exactly. My Disney knowledge, there are certain movies I just really didn't vibe with me at the time, and honestly, I just haven't seen them in a long time. So some of these specific villains, you're gonna have to give me a little refresher on. But
some of them we won't at all.
As you did with the Disney Prince cast. Once you gave me that refresher, I kind of remembered, and then I was able to provide more input. But yeah, so we'll see what we get.
General question though, not if I didn't show you the brackets yet, who immediately comes to mind as this is our winner? Like, who do you think was the top contender if you're looking at this list that for Felipe I have above the brackets? Who is the contender? You're like, yo, that dude or lady? That's number 1. Without the discussion.
Jumping out at me right now. Just one?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, just one.
You could say more than one.
I'd say probably Hades.
Ooh.
Or Scar.
Okay. I actually almost cut Hades.
Really?
Yes, for reasons that we could get into later.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna actually start our tournament now. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, from Africa, Scar.
Rar.
Boo. And from somewhere near Arendelle, Hans. Okay. Boo. Alright, so we've got...
Are you gonna do this for every...
No.
Okay.
Hans versus Scar. Let's give everyone a fair shot here. I think we know who wins immediately. But let's give everyone a fair shot here and let's discuss the 3 categories.
Of course.
Their aesthetic, their source of evil, and their success.
I mean, Scar... If we're gonna start with aesthetic?
Sure, let's start with
that's the first thing you said, so I'm going off of that.
Okay.
His name is his most distinct feature. Like,
isn't that a little, like, too easy, though? Like, is that his real name?
That's his name.
He was born, I name you Scar.
Well, no, they're like, what should we name him? Monkey scratched his face and said, you know what?
That is not his origin.
No, regardless of how he got to his name, I'm sure it's probably just a nickname. He is like the only lion that stands out in that whole...
Because he's a different color.
He's a different color. He's got a black mane, and he's just dastardly looking. So, and then you got Hans,
and his voice is definitely like...
Oh yeah, his voice is iconic. And then you got Hans on the other end of this well. He just looks like a doofus. I don't know.
He's a handsome doofus.
Yeah, I guess.
Scar definitely wins aesthetic. Aesthetic.
Okay.
But Hans is interesting. By the way, spoilers for all of these movies.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they'll know.
But Hans...
Especially when you say, were they effective at doing what they're trying to do?
What a great twist.
Yeah.
Fantastic twist. Like, he just... That's what put him on this list, is just...
That's why I chose him.
Twist. Granted, when you think more about his twist, like, he could have really gone about this more intelligently. That's when we could talk about success. But,
he had to do the villain monologue thing that they all do.
I mean,
but I forgot the exact line, but when he said it, he's like, too bad no one loves you.
Or no one will ever love you.
Or something like that, yeah.
Either way, it's like, geez, like, you didn't have to
go
the
fireplace.
You didn't have to go to for the throat immediately. Yeah. Like, no, she's already freezing to death.
You rip that Band-Aid off.
Aesthetic goes to Scar.
Yeah, for sure.
Next, source of evil. Now, Hans is jealous because of brothers. And I feel like Scar is in a similar situation.
Yeah, but just one.
One.
Mm-hmm.
Hans has multiple brothers.
He does.
That he's had to contend with.
Yeah.
Scar's a little more petty. And I think Hans has a legitimate gripe.
Yeah, he's got too many people ahead of him that could take.
There was no way for him to move on from that. Right. So his really resorting to villainy was his only path to claiming what he felt, what he earned.
The thing is, though, when he first started his route, I mean, how did he know this was all going to shake down? He didn't know Elsa was going to freak out and run away and cause all this chaos. He probably
just would have got with Anna to begin with.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't going about it in a villainous way. He was lying, obviously, but he wasn't like committing murder, no. like Scar and whatever, and framing Simba or whatever, whatever. But so I just got something to keep in mind as well. He was approaching it, in a deceitful way, but he was very good at being kind.
Very charismatic.
Yeah.
Like if and he also saved on. Wasn't she gonna fall into the water or something?
And then like the canoe or something.
Yeah. He's a manipulative SOB. Mm-hmm. And I think when it comes to source of evil, Scar's a little generic as opposed to Hans having like a legitimate origin.
Yeah, he approached it smartly, I guess.
Scar was born evil.
Yeah.
Where Hans, he had to earn that villainy.
Right. Okay.
Do you agree that source of evil Hans?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about success. Hans is an idiot.
Yeah. He didn't have to say all that. He could have kept that going a little longer.
Yeah, he could have just married her.
And then he's just stupid. But
Scar was.
But he was still successful, though. Yeah, I mean, kind of
for a little bit.
I mean, obviously, none of these villains were fully successful. The movie wouldn't be happy,
right?
But but then Scar, of course. I mean, he did it. I mean, he did the thing. He killed Mufasa.
He murdered his own brother.
Sure did.
That was a success.
Long live the king.
That's a great line too.
Yeah,
that's not pay. No one will ever love you or whatever he said to Anna.
Yeah, but you're right. The line is not as good as "Long live the king," but with that line came the twist where the audience gasped.
That's true.
Man, Hans. Anyway,
think about this: did Hans ever become king?
No.
Scar was king for several years.
Oh yeah, that's right. That place turned to dump. But
he achieved his goal.
Yeah.
And I think as a villain, you need to be a threat. Hans, I could take him in a fight. You could take him. Felipe goes to the gym twice a day. That was what we were talking before.
Recently.
Before the cast started. You could take Hans.
I can take Hans.
Could you take Scar?
It's a lion. No, cannot.
But Scar was far more successful.
Yeah,
that gives Scar 2 points, Hans 1, and we can play a little fast and loose with the voting here. But I think Scar is an easy win here.
Yeah.
Hans had his little moment. If we're looking at this like a basketball game, Hans just dunked on Scar, but the score is still 84-2.
Right. Yeah. To 2. Okay.
So
just the one dunk.
We are giving the victory to Scar.
Yeah.
All right.
Scar moves forward.
Scar wins. Fatality. All right. Now we're going to go to the other side of the bracket just to keep the conversation flowing. And let's get a lady on here.
Okay.
A lady versus lady.
All right.
Ursula from The Little Mermaid versus Mother Gothel.
You want to start with appearance?
Yeah. We can switch it up later. Ursula, absolutely.
Yeah, there's no.
Mother Gothel is the lady at the PTA meeting. Ursula is a freaking demonic sea creature.
Yeah, who can take various forms.
Mm-hmm. So. And to some people, they like it thick. And she,
okay. Yeah, she brings it. She brings the thickness.
And I don't know how recently have you when was the last time you saw Little Mermaid?
Not too long ago. I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing, but my daughter watches it, so I join in.
Mm-hmm. She uses her frame well in terms of like being intimidating.
Oh yeah,
and she becomes giant.
She commands the screen. Then she really uses that frame.
Now, Mother Gothel does have curlier hair.
Whoa! Let's just move on. No, Ursula got that first. Mother Gothel is just a chick. Right. Just a woman.
Now we're talking about the source of evil. Now there's some debate as to Ursula's origins. Okay. She used to live in the palace. She states that I remember when I lived in the palace. Whatever. There's also debate that she's related to Triton and all that.
That's what I hear.
Which makes her related to Poseidon. And we got a Greek god coming up later. That's Hades' brother.
Right. Okay.
But we do have a character who has a history with the protagonist's father, as opposed to Mother Gothel's just trying to live long.
Right.
She's trying to live
live forever, I guess.
I know, but is that evil?
And she had to steal a baby to get it. I mean, think about how big that castle is. She had to go through a lot to get to the tower of where they were residing for her to steal this baby, and then had to go down with this baby, this newborn.
That's true.
So there's a lot of skill there.
She came out the window, right?
Yeah.
Looking like Batman.
Yeah. So...
But she did it.
She earned that dunk.
Yeah. She does. People really like her though. I feel like if we didn't include her on the list, people would be upset.
She's humorous.
Mm-hmm. But she also
I always laugh at her the stupid things she say. But yeah, I think Ursula's got this one too.
We could talk about successes just so we don't have to talk about it later for Ursula. And we can give Mother Gothel her due.
Okay.
Ursula gets the Triton? Gets the Trident.
Yeah.
Not the gum.
Not the gum, yeah.
She becomes giant.
Yeah.
Her fall's kind of lame. The boat crashes into her.
That will take down anybody. Yeah.
But she almost married Prince Eric.
Yeah, I mean,
she was on that boat.
She deceived Ariel, got her voice.
What was her name? Veronica or something?
No, her name was Ariel.
No, when Ursula got that.
Yeah, I forgot.
And that lady's pretty cute.
Yeah, I guess so. Mm-hmm. Just like Ariel, just slightly different red tint to the hair.
Cooler. She was a cool Ariel.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, she had black hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Anyways, I mean, she did it. She was successful with that, and like you said, got the trident and became big, and just got foiled by
her bigness.
By her bigness and
sometimes you can be a little too thick.
Yeah,
and that's what's her downfall here.
And when you have something too thick and pointy like a boat, it's gonna pop.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about Mother Gothel though. Great at emotionally abusing a little girl.
Very manipulative, and she succeeded on her 18th birthday. Yeah, she succeeded for about 18 years.
She didn't need to pay child support anymore at that point.
Nope. Had a cool tower.
Great tower. However, do you ever notice when people think about Mother Gothel, they think she has powers?
No, she's just a lady.
But have you ever had that conversation and people were confused about that?
No,
I've run into that. We're wasn't she a witch or something?
No,
I also
creepy looking.
Okay, I also think the way she just teams up with. I was gonna say Freddie Prinze. Oh my god! What Flynn Rider?
Yeah. Oh jeez.
When Flynn Rider, sorry, big Scooby Doo fan.
Yeah.
When she teams up with those two guys, it's very you're just they just jump ahead. It doesn't feel earned.
Yeah. Maybe that's just a way of showing how good she is at manipulating people and getting her way.
But we don't see it. It just happens.
Yeah.
And we then run into that was pretty good with she got Hans. I'm sorry, God. She got Flynn Rider tied to the boat to make it look like he was sailing away.
But I think still.
Yeah. She did stab Flynn Rider.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
She stabbed him. Did Ursula stab anybody? She turned the king of the sea into a little shrimp. That's success.
I think Ursula's got.
You take
I think Ursula gets all three of these.
Ursula got all three.
Yeah.
Ursula advances. Mother Gothel, to be nominated, to make it on the list is an honor in of itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ursula wins.
All right, let's go to another hot topic. Shan Yu versus Maleficent. Mulan versus Sleeping Beauty.
You're going to have to refresh me on Maleficence. Now, I've seen the Angelina Jolie movie,
Okay.
but I know we're not going off of that.
Right.
So I don't know how accurate that was. I feel like they painted her in a slightly better light than they did in the original Disney film.
But would that harm her, that she was a more complicated villain? I've not seen those.
But we're not going off of that.
Okay.
We're going off of...
Right.
So that's why I need your refresher on how she was portrayed in the original cartoon.
She's some lady who looks real menacing and turns into a dragon.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is really cool. When it comes to aesthetic, we got this guy who might be Mongolian.
Right.
Versus...
He's balding, got long hair. He got a cool sword.
He does have a cool sword.
He is intimidating.
And he has that falcon.
Yeah, but that's not him. That's his buddy.
But that's part of his aesthetic.
Yeah.
When you do fan art of Shan Yu, you're gonna have that bird.
You're gonna have that falcon.
But can he turn into a dragon?
He cannot turn
No, Maleficent can turn into a dragon. So aesthetic goes to her.
Yeah, and she's got them cool horns, and she's just got that robe, and she has that look. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Maleficent
is that. So if we talk about our source of evil again, if we're basing it off of just the Sleeping Beauty film,
okay,
she's just kind of upset. It's very Hades-like in that she just shows up to this kid's birthday or this kid's birth, and seems upset by the attention and just wants to be like a jerk. At that like.
That's what I'm remembering as well. I don't remember really the main gripe she had with Aurora.
It's not well developed, and I think she isn't in that movie too often. She's in it more than Evil Queen, I know that, but
I think this is one of the problems similar to the Disney Prince problem we had with the earlier films of Disney, were the attention really was just brought to the main character,
right,
and all the other people, villain or love interest like princes, were kind of set aside. So I have a feeling that a similar result is going to be with who ends up winning, but with some exception, because obviously Ursula's got a strong case, and so does Scar. So we'll see. But these ones are even older than those films, and you can see where it's falling apart, where we're kind of struggling to remember exactly why they weren't even doing these things.
So let's talk about Shan Yu's source of evil. This dude just wants to...
He wants to rule China.
He wants to rule China.
And I don't even... It's like that thing that the Joker says.
Okay.
This is a weird analogy, but that thing the Joker says in Dark Knight when he's like, I'm like a dog chasing a truck or whatever he says, and he's like, I just don't know what I'd do when I'd catch it. And I feel like it's him. Like, I think he just wants to take over China, and I don't know if he has really a good plan of what he's going to do once he's there.
He wants to
do it.
He wants to watch the world burn.
Sure.
He's doing it for bragging rights.
Yeah.
And we can all relate to that.
Just say he can.
Yeah, we can all relate to be like I want to be the best that no one ever was.
And he got that one line. I know he technically doesn't.
Whoa. Let's bring that up in success. Okay. Does he win Source of Evil?
Yeah. Okay. He's got better backstory.
All right, let's talk about success. Bring up that line, because it can only...
Wait, it's
got to be the same line.
Okay, but
because you said it's not him.
It's not really him that says it, but it's him that sets it up.
Yeah. He says, I've never...
I'm going to screw it up.
This is a basketball game. This is an alley-oop of alley-oops. Like, he set this partner up perfectly.
How many people does it take to deliver a message? And then the other guy.
1. Just like John Cena, he couldn't see, but you know what happened when he torqued that bow.
Oh man, shot at the camera. That's it. Cut to black.
What a success!
Yeah.
Also, look at that little girl's doll that Mulan finds.
Mm-hmm.
He killed that little girl. Okay, and let's think about successes, because we're not talking about live action Mulan.
I don't know if it was him directly. I think it was just the result of the devastation.
No, he killed that little girl.
Oh, okay.
He killed that little girl.
He seeked her out.
He sent the Falcon.
It's like, yo, who got dolls right?
He's played Assassin's Creed, and he sent that bird after that little girl. He also, think about this, he climbed the wall of China. Yeah. He climbed it.
Yeah, just easily.
And then when they catch him,
and he didn't need no magic powers like in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
He used his grappling or what is it? Grapple? No.
Okay, grappling hook. Yeah,
grappling hook.
Yeah,
I'm thinking. Anyway.
Also, like when they're like, they think the guards are thinking he's trying to stop them from lighting the fire.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Nah, send him a message. Send the emperor a message. Like, let him know I'm here. I'm coming for him."
Yeah,
like
he's just showing off.
Like that's a dude that you don't want to mess with. He's like, "Hey, China, come at me."
Yeah, I'm here. Give you time to prepare.
And then they draft every man in the freaking country apparently to come.
No matter
fight
how
this
decrepit
dude.
They are, falling apart.
They got that old man hobbling around with his cane. The Fa family.
So yeah,
right.
I mean,
Sean Yu.
Yeah, he wins that one too.
More like Sean Yu. Soldier boy. Sean Yu, right?
Yeah.
All right. Maleficent. It's an honor to be on the list.
But you stand no chance.
Yeah. Sean Yu might be the underdog of this.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Right, let's see. All right, next. Captain Hook versus Mirabelle's grandmother.
Now, when it comes to Mirabelle's grandmother, abuela, we
Aesthetics.
should refer to her as abuela.
Abuela.
Before we get into the categories, a lot of people don't even consider her a villain. You have to be very educated like us to understand that she is the villain.
She is the villain of that movie.
And God, I hated her. But
why did you hate her?
Listen to the Encanto review to find out why.
Okay, yeah, that's a good link. Yeah. You can find it on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, she sucks.
Okay.
Anyways,
well, aesthetic though. Captain Hook's a pirate. He got a hook.
Yeah, Captain Hook's way more recognizable.
He's more smooth.
Yeah,
like if you were to be like, who do you want to like hang out with for a day?
Yeah,
you know who you're picking.
That's true. I can't.
Would you hang out with Abuela or Captain Hook?
No.
So aesthetic has to go to Captain Hook.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Runs away with it.
Mm-hmm. She just wears like a robe, not even a robe. She just wears like her nightgown.
Yeah, that's it.
Jose Mariano son his way. She's also the worst part of every song she's in.
Yeah. Oh, God. I forgot that part in the end.
Oh. All right, we'll talk about
anyways.
Yeah, we'll get into that. All right, Source of Evil.
Dos orujitas. Anyway, sorry. Source of Evil. The thing is, it comes from a good place, her Source of Evil, but she just gets carried away with trying to, keep this miracle alive that she forgets,
she forgets to respect her own family.
Yeah, she kind of forgets what this is all about, which is family, like you said, and it's just focused on, will this improve this family?
Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious would not approve of her.
Nah, you're approaching this all wrong. I live my life a quarter mile. Anyway.
What you were saying, she
just lost sight of her way, and because of that, it became a problem, and just honestly was just mean to a lot of people and didn't really take their feelings into account.
And very emotionally abusive.
Yeah, which...
Think about when she yelled at Mirabelle's sisters and just shut them down. They couldn't even... and this is after Isabella just like reconciled her relationship with her sister, and she's still like, no, I don't step up to grandma.
Yeah.
Abuela, you gaslight away.
Right. Yeah. All right. Now,
Captain Hook. There's a lot of theories as to what transpired between Hook and Peter Pan in the past.
Yeah.
But he cut off his hand. Peter Pan cut off his hand and fed it to a crocodile. Like, at some point, you're not evil anymore. You're just doing what needs to be done.
Yeah. Trying to exact revenge. I want to get this.
Is Captain Hook even a villain?
All pirates are villains.
Jack Sparrow. According to Amber Heard.
God, let's not get into that right now. Do not sit in any bed in their house.
No, gosh. But Peter Pan kidnaps children.
All right.
He coerces them. Should Peter Pan be on the list instead of Hook?
You're let's not get into that.
Okay. We're talking about Hook here.
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, and you could approach that many different angles. But when it comes specifically to Captain Hook, yeah, I mean, besides him getting revenge on Peter Pan, what else was he doing?
I guess he messed with the Native Americans.
Do you remember how?
I think he tied up Tiger Lily, but that was just to get Peter Pan.
Exactly. So, really, his whole source, if I remember correct, I'm sure there was more I might have just missed because it's been a while. Mm-hmm. I actually really like that film. I saw it a lot when I was little, but it's been so long. I don't remember.
It holds up weirdly.
It holds up weirdly.
A lot of the Native American parts hold up very poorly now.
I know I heard it's like kind of edited on Disney Plus now.
I think there's a warning like
before
you watch this.
Yeah. There was different times.
Yeah.
Like the Crows and Dumbo.
Oh, God.
But yeah, it looks like this main source of his villainy was just him trying to get revenge on Peter Pan. Mm-hmm. There wasn't too much going on there. But yeah.
And there are theories that like all the pirates that were with Hook were former Lost Boys.
Oh God!
I doubt
let's not get into the theories because there's so much theories when it comes to Disney.
When it comes to source of evil, like he just was like, I want to get revenge. Where Abuela's like, you're ruining this family.
Yeah,
you're going to destroy our house. You're going to destroy our home. And I'm not going to treat you like an equal among the family.
I will say him though. At the same time, trying to exact revenge on a child by killing them, I assume, and also
how long
kidnapping.
has he been a child?
It doesn't matter. He's still a child, and kidnapping another child, and tying them up. And whether Peter Pan gets there on time or not, she's gonna drown. It's still pretty bad.
That is really bad.
Yeah,
that is really bad. We're not. Well, I'm underselling that for sure.
Yeah. So something to keep in mind.
That's not success. This is source of evil.
No, I understand. Okay. But
so Abuela went source.
That's still pretty evil.
Yeah.
But
the root of their villainy.
The root,
I think, goes to Abuela.
But again, it came from a good place. Her just trying to keep this miracle alive. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Do you
that makes it complicated. Like Thanos is a pretty good villain, and he had good intentions. Sometimes the best villains are the ones who think they're in the right.
Typically, yeah. Okay, I'll give it to you that one. Abuela wins this one.
So let's talk about success. I don't think Captain Hook accomplishes much.
No.
He does kidnap Tiger Lily.
Yeah.
I did direct a play and had cast a Captain Hook. Now I'm remembering. I cast that entire play with elementary schoolers.
Yeah.
And I feel like Captain Hook's played as more of like comedy at times too.
Shmee!
Yeah.
It made me laugh.
I think he does shoot a guy like who's singing too much or something.
With like the accordion or something? Oh, yeah. He shoots
But again, that's like we're laughing at that.
Yeah.
We're not like, oh, what a bad dude. We're like,
yeah, I guess you're right.
Does Abuela win this?
Yeah, I guess so. Dang.
She tore down. She ostracized her own son from the family. Yep. Think about that. We don't talk about Bruno's song. Did he ever do anything that bad?
He told him it was gonna rain.
That fish was gonna die. And she convinced her daughters like, don't talk about your brother.
Yeah.
Like your niece might ask, don't talk about him.
Yeah.
Because Peppa's like, we don't talk about that name. And it's like, well, he didn't do much.
She has to know. She has to know them.
Don't cross allowed in this guy.
No Bruno allowed in this house.
She did way more like awful to our main character.
Yeah.
Than Hook did.
And not just the main character, the whole family.
Yeah.
The thing that she was trying to protect.
And that whole town is like under her spell. She's like, she told the whole town, oh my granddaughter, the magic's strong, just like the drinks.
Yeah. I still don't associate that with how you said it, but whatever.
She told everybody her granddaughter was drunk. Don't listen to her.
I don't think so. But anyways.
But we agree, Abuela.
Yeah, I think Abuela
somehow
wins this
beats
one.
Captain Hook.
Yeah, she does.
Okay. All right. Don't forget to comment your thoughts if you're on the YouTube version. Or if you're not on the YouTube version, find us on YouTube, Educated Discussions, and comment.
Give us a view. Give us a like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, please. Just like on our last podcast. On our last podcast, we had the PlayStation All-Stars draft where I pretty confidently won. I got 100% of the vote.
So far, yeah. We need more votes, people. We can't just have the one.
I have 100%.
Yeah, sorry. For now.
All right. How you feeling about this tournament? You think we've made the right decisions?
Yeah, I'm concerned for a couple of these villains coming up.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So far, it's especially with the discussion. Like, if you told me before we talked about it, I would say, "Oh, Captain Hook wins this." But
Yeah.
you know.
All right. Next, we're gonna go to the Evil Queen from Snow White versus Ratcliffe from Pocahontas. Now, when's the last time you saw either of these movies?
Snow White. Okay, so when it comes to Snow White, the Disney version, I've seen very little.
Okay.
For some reason, I grew up with a different version of Snow White that my dad found at a garage sale, and it was Snow White.
Okay.
And there was 7 dwarfs, but it was a very different version. Okay. Like, it was, the art was, it wasn't Disney, pretty much. But it was the same story. Mm-hmm. So, unfortunately, that's more in my mind than the actual Snow White is. I
also did a Snow White play. I directed one.
Oh, okay.
With elementary schoolers. So I weirdly have some decent backstory on her, like knowledge of her.
But I'm familiar with the story, so I kind of know what's going on. And the Evil Queen, of course, being all jelly and stuff.
When you look at Evil Queen and you look at Radcliffe, what's your experience or history with Pocahontas?
I definitely seen Pocahontas a lot more than I
then
have.
You might be
especially more recently.
You might be more helpful than I have not seen it in a long time.
So, all right, so let's begin with aesthetic.
Okay. Evil Queen, that's an imposing figure. Like, that lady looks like someone you don't mess with.
She had an evil looking face and the crown and everything. Both of their aesthetics not too strong.
Right.
But see, here's the deal. Ratcliffe, forgot his name entirely. But now that you told me, now I okay.
He got rat in his name.
Yeah, sure.
Ratatouille.
He always wore that weird, stupid purple suit. I think it was purple. Evil Queen wins this one. Okay. But both of their aesthetics not that great. The Queen is just the Queen. She just looks evil because of her face.
I agree.
Yeah. So, but Evil Queen wins this one.
Okay. Source of evil.
Queen just wants to be the prettiest around.
She's just narcissistic.
Yeah, she's very vain and has a mirror to tell her how great she is until freaking Snow White comes and steals her thunder.
Even though that girl's 14.
Yeah, like, people grow weird.
Yeah, she might have her teeth growing weird.
Yeah, you never know.
Braces weren't around back then.
Right,
give her just a really rushed decision.
Yeah, her torso might stop growing and the rest of her body continues and it should just look weird.
Good disguise though, when she dressed up like that old lady.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I didn't think that was the same person.
Nope.
She
was magical, right? That's where that came from?
She had potion or something.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know what version you saw.
No, there was still a gross old lady.
But very little interaction with the other characters, and this is again the problem with classic Disney. Classic as in old.
Right.
What is Ratcliffe? What is he? Pure greed?
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to, he's fighting for the land and everything, and he's willing to commit genocide to get it. So that's pretty evil to me instead of being. So I think root of evil, greed, I think usually can lead to worse results than
narcissism.
All right. Yeah, so I think he's got that one.
All right, so success. What does America look like right now? I think we know.
Yeah, but not himself. I forgot what did he didn't die, did he?
I'm pretty sure he does.
He falls or something.
It's been a long time.
It's been a while.
He's not around. He ain't in Pocahontas 2, which we will not talk about.
Okay. Let's start with the Queen.
Okay.
She poisons her. Mm-hmm. Puts her down. Was there something with the huntsman?
I think is that in the original?
I think it
She sends an assassin.
That's what it was. But crap, see, that's the thing. I'm getting mixed up here. I know she talks with the huntsman.
Stewart one.
Yeah, I know that one. But I know that she sends a huntsman, and I think the huntsman ends up liking Snow White and then kills a boar instead.
Yeah, he gives it a different heart.
Yeah, there you go, heart. That's pretty messed up if she sent somebody, but
not successful.
Yeah, exactly, because Snow White still won that one. And she won that round.
And then she just let her sleep out in the open.
Yeah, so then she's like, she Thanos it. She's like, let me do it myself. And then
do you know how she's defeated? It's not memorable enough, for sure.
That's the thing. I can't think of Ratcliffe either.
On her. Okay, that's true.
Threw water on her. Here, take a bite of this apple.
Well, in terms of
She
successes, she made a girl fall asleep.
Yeah, and then Ratcliffe did some damage, and I believe that the king, the chief of the tribe, was killed.
That sounds worse.
It's been a while.
That's more success than...
Yeah, no, I would say Ratcliffe was more successful in what he was attempting to do.
Does he move on?
I guess so. I doubt him moving any further than this, but yes,
Okay.
I think Ratcliffe wins this round. Dang, now I'm curious. Does he die? He's got to die.
Felipe, I see you doing a little bit of Googling there.
Yeah, so just real quick aside. Ratcliffe did not die.
Okay.
His crew realized he was a douche and tied him up and took him back to England. Right. So, and apparently he does appear in the second film.
Okay.
Queen's death. I did some Googling. Did not remember any of this. Apparently all the dwarves chased her up some mountain. Cliff. Yeah, some cliff. And she was trying to like do something with the rock and like hit them, but she got struck by, or got the cliff she was on got struck by lightning and she fell and the rock fell on her too.
Seems like Hercules' dad got involved.
Yeah. Apparently it's all tied in. So anyways, just a quick clarification.
Okay. But we're still going with Ratcliffe.
Oh yeah,
All right. Okay. Now we're going to do Lady Tremaine versus Frollo from The Hunchback.
Oh, goodness.
Are you looking up what these people look like?
Yes. I already looked up the Hunchback one.
Lady Tremaine. He's got a good, like, imposing figure.
Oh, the stepmother.
Yeah, stepmom.
Okay. I know it is that. Sorry.
All right. Who's got a better look? When you look at that stepmom, you see evil.
Yeah, I mean, you can just tell in her makeup and her drawn-on eyebrows. Mm-hmm. She looks terrible. And then the other guy, let me look him up again. Here he is. God, he looks like a doofus. I mean, he's pretty evil looking too, to be honest.
Can I see what... Oh, dang. That was not a fair... Oh, he forced himself upon that Esmeralda girl?
He's sniffing her neck.
Oh.
That's pretty bad.
Okay.
That's pretty evil. But... honestly, he just looks like any random person that would... I guess the stepmom, too. Not the best look for either of these two villains.
I'm okay with giving it to Cinderella, stepmother.
Yeah.
Because you immediately see her, you know, trouble. This guy, I think... like, people trusted him to be a religious leader.
I don't know why, but just...
they trusted him.
Yeah.
And even Quasimodo trusted him.
Religious leaders.
But, you know, for just aesthetics sake of, I look at this person. Okay, if you saw the shadow of one of these people coming up behind you, I think the stepmom is the one I'd be like, oh, jump out the way.
Yeah. The other one would just be like, oh, I'm sorry, Father.
Sorry, dude. Lord. Not Lord.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll give it to Lady Tremaine, which is a great rap name. I still am going to, push this idea.
Right.
If you are a young female rapper hoping to make it big, you need a name.
Just put like a Y in there to change it up.
Yeah,
or, like
or Lady T-Main.
Sign. Yeah, T-Main.
Lady T-Main.
Shout out.
T-Pain will
he might sue.
Yeah. All right. So, Source of Evil.
Or collab. Anyways.
I know you're not familiar with Cinderella 2 and 3.
No.
But she does get into semantics that I appreciate.
We're going to bring in Cinderella 2 and 3 into this.
But I think this man is using the word of his God to manipulate
very powerful words.
Everyone around him.
Yeah.
And I think that is a greater source of evil than I'm a greedy stepmom.
Yeah, and I have 2 unattractive daughters, and I'm going to be mad to the one I
understand her problem.
Right.
I mean, we're looking at what is more catastrophic. Religious, kind of abusing religion into his own way. He also, he's the only villain in Disney history to use the word hell.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no one else on his list is saying that word.
I guess so.
And this dude, Master Frollo.
I mean, if he's talking about words of God, the word hell will come
up. I think he is he's got a bigger source of evil.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty dastardly.
And if we're talking about success, do you agree? Source of evil, like the religion. Okay. Yeah. For success, you showed me a picture of him sniffing someone's neck, of Esmeralda's neck.
Yeah.
And to get that close to a lady and do that,
that's success.
That's not successful villainy.
Yeah.
Lace, the stepmother, what success does she have in terms of her evilness? She does get that dress destroyed, which is a big moment in that movie. You know, it's easy to laugh at.
She was successful at just making her life miserable for a very long time.
Yeah. And we did move Abuela up for similar reasons.
Right.
But this dude, like, is trying to, again, commit genocide against gypsies. And then...
Does he do it?
Maybe...
Was he successful?
Assaulting them in a not so... Well, no, there's no good assault, but...
No.
I mean, he got real close to her real there when he's sniffing her. There is implied romantic interest from him from a woman he's trying to subjugate and imprison and possibly kill.
When you throw words like that together.
Oh, sorry.
It sounds...
Who do you got?
This one's, again, this is the one I was worried about because I have not seen Hunchback in so long, and honestly, if you would have told me, hey, is there a villain in Hunchback? I would have said, no, it's just the crowd doesn't like him, so they're the villain. I forgot he was in it.
I remember watching it when I worked at an elementary school with the kids, and I was just like, this is dark.
I remember watching it and feeling really sad for him, but happy at the same time when he's the Hunchback.
Oh, I think you meant the...
No, that's what I'm saying. I forgot there was a villain.
Yeah,
I just remember the movie itself was very different.
Okay.
Compared to other Disney properties.
Right. Here, that actually makes me think of a great point. What he what she does to Cinderella, he does to Quasimodo and more.
Okay.
Because he makes him live in that tower.
Right.
He's Mother Gothel and Lady Tremaine in one.
I feel like you're trying to push that he's winning this one.
I think he wins this one because he does what Lady Tremaine does, but has more. So we've got Frollo. Do we know his full name?
Claude.
We got our favorite Claude up in the upper echelon here.
That's so weird.
What?
That he moves up. Anyways.
I mean, all right. Now this is actually one of the. I'm worried about how this one goes. This is a hard one. Hades versus Jafar.
Oh goodness.
So do we take Dank Hat or Flamehead?
The thing is, you look across this list of Disney villains.
Uh-huh.
You saw a lot of cool hats.
Mm-hmm.
We got Frollo. We got Captain Hook.
Uh-huh.
Queen had her own headpiece of the crown.
The
Maleficent's got those horns.
Sean, you could use a hat.
But no one's got fire. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I like the fire because it has a lot of personality to it. You know, it like inflames up when he's upset, and it shoots out it can blow out and he has to put it back. Like there's a lot of personality there versus just a hat.
But Jafar looks like a bad dude.
Yeah.
And he's got that cane that's a snake.
Yeah, they both have cool looks. The thing is, Jafar, different aesthetics because you got someone trying to take control of India, right?
Agrabah.
Oh, Agrabah. Is that not in? Or is it separate?
That's
I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
I think it's Afghanistan equivalent. Arabian Nights, they say.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So Saudi Arabia. Sorry.
Regardless, different aesthetic because there everything is grandiose, and you can tell just by the architecture and everything and how everyone dresses and him being a higher political figure. He's got drip, as the kid said.
He does have the drip.
And then when you see the aesthetic of Hercules. Very Olympica, just rags.
Very Greek. They looked at a Greek textbook and said, "Okay."
Yeah, very. So, outfit wise, I guess Jafar wins, but the fire hair, man.
Who's got more drip?
And he's got the cool. Well, that's not always what it's about.
It's aesthetic.
You said, who would you be more scared of if you have them behind you? You see a dude with fire on his head coming up behind you. That's pretty scary.
I'm getting a fire extinguisher.
Versus a cool guy with a cane.
You've made a good point.
I mean, I don't think we should just base it off that specific thing. That's just something you've been bringing up a lot. But at the same time,
it's a great point.
I mean, it is.
What's really selling me is the fire becomes expressive.
Yeah, and also, you know, he's got that skin, like the grayish, like it's kind of off-putting, you know, compared to whatever. So he's got death written all over him, and he's got evil written all over him. He's Hades.
All right, we'll give it to him. When it comes to source,
but just I don't want to Jafar.
He drip is a perfect word to describe him. You find him at the club, everybody's surrounding him, and he's not even moving. He's just
this
bobbing
drip
his
got
head.
you in. Anyway, there's like 4 people that listen to this that will understand that.
Source of evil. Here's my problem with this.
Okay. You said you almost cut Hades.
I almost cut him because
list.
it's so off base of what Greek mythology actually is, and they just turned Hades into like the equivalent of a Christian Satan. Yeah, that's not what Hades is at all. And like now,
that's not what we're going off of.
I know, but they did such a bad job adapting Greek mythology and made him just not Greek.
Okay, you got to keep in mind
he's not
if you're
dude.
gonna use that way of thinking.
That's what
how Disney adapts things. Pocahontas wasn't that cheery. Okay, neither was Little Mermaid. A lot of these films are very, very dark, so they have to adjust it to make it easier for children to digest and create a good story.
I'm just saying.
I know Hades
shouldn't be a villain. Hades shouldn't be a villain.
He is the leader of the death.
Yeah, that's a job he was forced to. Zeus forced that on him,
and he doesn't want it. That's a cause for him being evil.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
It's fine. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So I wouldn't use the whole like, oh, it wasn't adapted properly. This is supposed to make it easier for children to understand. Oh, he is bad.
Just making it Christian.
Sure.
Okay. So this is an uncle trying to kill his nephew, possibly due to jealousy because of a job he did not want.
Okay.
Versus.
You gotta keep him okay. You're not doing the whole story there. He doesn't just care about Hercules. He wants to take down Zeus. He wants to take the big guy up top, and because of that prophecy of Hercules being the only one that's able to stop him, that's why he goes on that route. So he's got a lot of obstacles to get through to achieve his destination.
Well, that's success.
Well, no, I'm telling you, don't forget because you just
okay.
I feel like I know what you're skewing towards right now, and you can clearly see who I'm skewing towards right now. But again, with this discussion, we'll see what happens. Okay. But don't brush past it. He's got a lot more to do than just killing his nephew because
source
he's jealous.
Of evil. That's just greed from Jafar, and I guess he has similar with Frollo. He's a little demented, trying to marry Jasmine and everything. But when we're comparing greed to world domination, I'm skewing actually towards Hades for this.
Yeah, that would be the correct answer.
Okay. But let's talk about successes just for later rounds.
Okay.
Jafar does get the genie. He does incarcerate Jasmine in an hourglass.
That she almost I gotta watch Aladdin again because I saw the recent the Will Smith one, and
he gives her some drip,
and he does
that red outfit or whatever she's wearing.
She's looking good.
Yeah,
but the cartoon or the animated film I have not seen in a very long time. I remember watching it a lot when I was a kid. Of course, that's a classic, but in Hourglass, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, he's like the sand's gonna kill her.
Oh.
And he becomes a giant snake.
I remember that. That was
okay,
cool.
If we're talking about aesthetic, let's rewind a little bit. That giant snake form, I was upset in the live action when they did not do that.
Oh, yeah. He can transform into that, though. That's not his aesthetic.
I mean, didn't we do that? Like, couldn't we count that for Evil Queen? Like, that was part of her aesthetic as well.
We did bring up that she can transform into a dragon, which
Ursula
was cool.
grew large, and we included that.
Yeah, but it's the same aesthetic. She's just bigger.
Okay. I don't think anyone else.
We
has
didn't.
any powers
You
like
did
that.
mention the dragon thing for.
For Maleficent.
But ultimately, we just said because she was an imposing figure with the horns and everything, we didn't really bring up the dragon thing then.
Okay.
If you want to, that's fine.
That giant snake is dope.
It is pretty cool.
But
how long did that last?
Like 4 minutes. And Aladdin takes him down with just a sword pretty easily. Like, you think Harry Potter with the basilisk happens? Wait a minute.
Too easily? Did Hades ever transform anything? Or no, that was just minions, right?
He has Cerberus. He's got his 2 goons.
Yeah.
The Fates.
That's true.
And the Titans. Okay. And he unearths the Titans from their prison. That is success. All 4 Titans make it onto the earth, and he also imprisons Zeus in like some giant stone pillar.
Come on now. I'm showing him a picture right now of Hades when he gets upset, and it's red fire instead of the blue.
No, Hades wins all 3.
He looks insane right there.
I'm not as sold on the aesthetic, but in terms of overall, Hades is the winner.
You're making me change my mind on the aesthetic though, because you're right. Pretty scary snake.
Scary snake.
The fact that he has many different looks. Not many different looks, but it's a tough one.
I mean,
I want to say it's a toss-up between them both because they're going for different avenues there of what their aesthetic's supposed to be. But yeah, villain-wise, I still think Hades has got it. Just barely.
Regardless, though. Hades wins.
Okay.
You agree?
You try to cut Hades out. Yeah,
I did because I was upset about the Greek cutting of their. He's not supposed to be a villain anyway. Zeus is actually the worst. Zeus is the worst.
Yeah, he's just a tool, but yeah.
All right, now we have one I'm very curious about: Cruella de Vil versus Dr. Facilier.
Facilier
from the Shadow Man.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm about to say when you said that earlier, I'm like, you mean Shadow Man? I knew he had a fancy name, but I forgot. Okay, yes.
So aesthetic, Cruella's very pale, got a fur coat.
She reminds me of people I see at like. I was about to name a place near where we live, but at local restaurants on the water, like rich people that I see nearby. She just looked like a random lady. She got a style though, but I want to see that Emma Stone movie. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I have not either.
Oh, okay.
You love Emma Stone.
Oh, she's the best. Yeah.
But Dr. Facilier got the drip.
Oh God, oh man, he can sing too.
Yeah. And he unlike Ratcliffe wears the purple.
Oh,
flawlessly.
He owns it. I don't even want to call it purple anymore. Facilier. What'd you say his name? Facilier.
Dr. Facilier.
Facilier. Okay.
He wins aesthetic.
Yeah.
Even though Cruella's got the cool black and white hair, she's got a
very iconic,
very very evil look at times when she's driving that car trying to run over them dogs.
She's all disheveled. Yeah. And she wears evil.
Yeah,
that's a dead animal. But anyways.
But like you said, it's a little too normal.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad. But Abuela didn't win aesthetics either.
Yeah, exactly.
So Dr. F.
Yeah. All right.
Source of evil. This woman's trying to kill dogs. For fashion.
Yeah. Evil actions, not the most evilest.
She kidnaps
route.
She kidnaps canines.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is her plan isn't evil. She just has to do evil things to get to it. She's like, I love the way these freaking things look on me. I guess I have to kill these things to get it. But she's just trying to look good for some reason, like for fashion. You know what I'm saying?
What's the Shadow Man doing?
You tell me. I forgot.
It's been a while. So he's trying to take over New Orleans.
Take over all of New Orleans?
Yeah. He wanted to be the king of New Orleans.
Oh, he wanted to replace Naveen with right.
Yeah,
no, he was using Naveen's servant
Yeah.
to be him, and then he was just gonna manipulate.
he was
him?
gonna marry Charlotte
right,
and then take over and maybe wait
and
till
just use him as an instrument to do.
like
okay,
he was
to
gonna
rule.
be from the shadows running the government
Right,
of
that's
Nolans.
I feel like that's a lot better of a. That's a lot. That takes a lot of planning and
He also
a commitment.
he also he has spoken to the other side.
He's got friends there, right?
Yeah, he got friends on the other side. Yeah. And how did he meet them? I think he was a lost boy with Peter Pan.
No. His cousin's Hades.
We're going to talk more about him later. He wins Source of Evil.
Yeah.
Success. He turns Naveen into a frog, and I don't think he actually accomplishes very much more.
Well, he changes the other guy into Naveen.
Yeah.
With mixed results because he needs a stronger whatever.
I feel like
potion.
Cruella was a little more successful in getting close to her goal.
Did she end up killing any more
She
dogs
killed no
after
dogs.
the beginning? Well, then not much of a success then, huh?
Okay.
Versus he turned two people into something else, and I feel like Shadow Man was a little more.
Then he
successful.
manipulated the servant, and with Tiana, he's like, "Yo, poor daddy, never got his restaurant. You can have that now." I can't do a Keith David voice. He's amazing. He's got an amazing voice. Dr. F.
That wasn't terrible.
I love that voice.
Yeah. No. I'm saying your impression wasn't terrible.
Okay, Dr. F.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. All right.
This is the winner, and now we've established round one's winners.
All right. Let's run through them.
All right, so we have coming up next: Scar versus Ratcliffe, Hades versus Sean Yu, Abuela versus the Shadow Man, Frollo versus Ursula. All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're not doing a part 2 cast.
No, let's just knock it out. I feel like from here it shouldn't be too bad.
My favorite ship, Scarcliffe. Scar versus Ratcliffe.
I mean, is there really much of
Yeah,
it?
Scar wins.
Scar wins.
He's got that tan skin, that flowing mane, and he's got a scar, and his name is Scar.
Yeah, and then
Ratcliffe.
I guess he technically had a. Now, killing your brother is pretty messed up. Yeah, never mind. No, Scar wins this.
Well, we need to discuss this. Aesthetic, yes, Scar wins this.
By far.
Source of Evil.
Both of them ultimately want to own land.
Yeah.
But Scar has to, of course.
Scar's willing to kill just one person.
And let that land turn to just straight up garbage.
Right.
And
then Ratcliffe, I think Ratcliffe's got a bigger source of evil. He's he's willing to kill all of these Native Americans.
That's true.
Scar just needed one death.
But is he going to do it himself?
I mean,
he's going to let his soldiers probably take care of that.
He would shoot a Native American. No problem.
No,
he would shoot.
I guess so. Yeah, you're right.
He would shoot Pocahontas. No questions asked.
Okay. All right, so what, you thinking Ratcliffe wins that one? I think Ratcliffe.
But then we talk about success, and
he didn't do it.
Ratcliffe didn't get the job done.
Someone killed the... man, I should have looked that up. Well, anyways.
When it comes to successes, Scar is one of the top contenders.
Yeah, for sure.
He was king for several years.
Yep.
Did he rule well? No, he ruined the economy.
Yeah.
Make Africa great again is what Scar ran on, and I don't know how you feel about how he did, but it sure was
good.
Some misguided attempts.
Yeah.
Also, you have to keep in mind the way lions go with like mating and everything. Like,
yeah, let's not think about that too much.
Because wouldn't Simba? Anyway,
yeah,
yeah. There's only one male lion.
Yeah,
in that place.
I can see why he wanted to be king.
That's why Simba was singing about it.
God.
Let's move on.
I don't think
Scar wins.
Yeah.
Scar wins. All right. Making it to the semifinals is Scar. Now we got Frollo versus Ursula.
Ursula.
Ursula with the aesthetics.
Ursula with this. I'm just saying in general, but if you want to talk about it a little
Source
more.
of evil. Okay. Jealousy and trying to rule a kingdom, and she doesn't necessarily like want to kill anyone. Whereas this guy's trying to we took a little break and we watched his song. Like, he's like attracted to this gypsy woman, and wants her dead because she obviously must be putting a spell on him.
Yeah, she's clearly making him think evil thoughts,
and he's blaming her instead of himself.
Right. So he's like, let me just get rid of all these.
Yeah,
gypsies.
and he's gonna kill them because they must be magic.
Right.
That's genocide. Ursula didn't kill nobody. Didn't even really try to.
Okay.
I think Source of Evil goes there.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
But in terms of success,
no gypsies were killed in the making of Hunchback of Notre Dame.
And she did get the trident. He, however, he did succeed in locking Quasimodo away for a very long time.
Yeah, he
and
didn't know any
manipulating
better.
him.
He didn't know any better. He was just...
Those gargoyles were his only friends.
Yep.
And then he fell in love with a gypsy, and she went with some other guy.
Yeah.
Which was always weird to me. That's the way that storyline went.
Right.
I guess he finds in the sequel, I think he finds a girlfriend.
There's a sequel.
Yeah, but it's definitely like... And
You're just trying to fix what
yeah,
wasn't
you
done
knew
in the
you
first.
did an error.
Yeah.
Do we know that guy's name in Hunchback?
Who?
I want to say John Smith, but I know that's Pocahontas.
No, his name is Quasimodo.
No, the guy... the guy Esmeralda gets
doesn't
with.
matter.
Anyway, Sir Irving.
He looked like John Smith, though,
Yeah,
right?
there's a similar look.
Yeah. Anyways.
Better voice,
Sure.
I guess.
All right, so...
He
I think
ran the church.
You ran a church. This isn't hard to do. That's not hard to do.
What?
I can ran a church.
You can ran a church?
Yeah.
But he uses that to, I guess that's more Source of Evil. Fine. Ursula makes it to the semi.
I'm just saying, success-wise, I think Ursula's got it. He was doing that before he was being... trying to kill... Like, he was still already running the church, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that wasn't something he did as an act of villainy. That's just something he was doing.
Fine.
I'm right. That's not even a. That's not even a for contention. Like, okay.
Yeah, I already updated my
sure
very
did.
ugly brackets.
Oh, God!
All right,
You gotta send me these brackets. Me and photoshopping brackets are just never a good combo.
Oh, God!
You saw what I was doing at that one time. I was like, this doesn't make sense.
What video was that?
It was the PlayStation. Best PlayStation. PS4 game. Best PlayStation game.
Yeah.
Something like that.
The best Sony exclusive.
Exclusive. That's what it was. Yeah, God, I don't know why I just didn't make sense in my head. Anyways, so
Okay.
send me this.
Okay. Hades versus Sean Yu.
That's a good one.
This is a toughie. The winner is going to go on against Scar.
Dang it.
They both got the same color skin.
One of them was more green, one of them was more blue. Aesthetic. Let's start there.
If we're talking about the head, that little mullet, like no top on,
Yeah,
nothing on the
kind of
top.
makes him look doofy a little bit.
But he don't care about how he looks. He's a warrior.
Yeah. Someone
And that stash.
He's definitely imposing looking, but again, fire on your freaking head, dude. Like, that's... I don't know.
Okay.
And not only, something we kind of forgot to bring with the aesthetic, he's got that ghostly swirls. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't see him stepping. He's just gliding.
Okay,
Dementor-ish.
what you're saying. Yeah. Dementor.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So that's something else.
Does he climb the Great Wall of China? Via biceps and triceps.
He used a grappling hook, okay? Not that great.
He's Nathan Drake.
It's
from Uncharted.
I don't want to say I don't even think it's close. I still think Hades has got aesthetic.
Okay.
Not again. I do not want to take anything away.
Sean Yu's color scheme is very bland,
muted. Yeah, not much going on there.
Mm-hmm. He could do with a great shoulder pad.
Yeah. Some spikes on her, so, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Source of evil. Does Hades kill children?
We don't know that he killed children, but he tried to.
Oh, yeah, he tried to kill a baby.
He tried to kill
But he sent someone else to kill the baby. And that's something
That's
you brought
exactly what
That's
happened?
something you brought up with Ratcliffe.
What?
You said with Ratcliffe, he wouldn't shoot him himself. He would send someone else to shoot.
And that's exactly what Sean Yu did as well. He had his minions do it.
Oh, but you know he was killing people. He was the first one.
But was he killing children? That's not we're not talking about killing people. They all kill people. I mean, he's a master of death.
No, they're dead when they come to him.
Whatever.
That's different. Still what? No.
Anyways,
they're already dead.
What I'm saying is, we didn't see him kill this child. You're so focused on him.
But you know
really want Sean Yu to kill this child with his doll.
Okay,
he just picked up a doll and be like, yep, there was
that was an
civilization
implied dead child. There was no one left in that village.
Yeah, of course, because they're all dead.
Yeah, so
doesn't
the
mean
children
he killed every single child.
Okay. But every time they fight, he's leading the charge.
Of course, yes.
So if there's a kid in the way, he's gonna kill him first. Okay, we could talk about the kid part all day.
If you want to, okay, real quick, because you brought this kid up thing, this kid
I was
thing
trying
up
to
a
move
lot.
on from it.
No.
Okay,
we're gonna circle back to this right now. Hades unleashed all the Titans, and they're gonna kill everybody, whether they're adults, children, animals, everything. So keep that in mind.
Okay,
don't you
but
breeze
to God,
past this.
People are nothing. Like that's like killing.
That's pretty
ants.
villainous.
That's just ants. Like he's got bigger problems, and he knows there's an afterlife.
Yeah.
So he already knows there's a life after death. He already knows their fate. Where Sean Yu is simply trying to.
I'm pretty sure Sean Yu knows that once he kills them, they're dead. I have a feeling that he's smart enough.
He don't. No, I'm just saying like he don't care. He
don't care about nothing.
It's like okay.
That's Creed line.
Listen, if you're thinking like from like a Mortal Kombat aspect, why are you rolling your eyes? You love MK.
I love MK. I just don't see where this is going. But okay.
He's like the Lin Kuei before Bihan got involved. Wait, who's the newer Sub-Zero?
I think it's Bihan.
Okay.
Crap! I forgot. I don't know.
The non-noob. He's noob Saibot. Okay. And he's sending all these guys just to go kill. Not for like anything but bragging rights.
Yeah.
Where Hades at least is like, I want world domination, and I'm doing it out of revenge. He has like a purpose behind it. Mm-hmm. Where Sean Yu is like, no, I need to. He's got like a personal motivation to do it. That's just for himself. Mm-hmm. And I think that is inherently more evil to be selfish. I'm sorry, that's a little more interesting. Not that he's doing it to prove his greatness. Hades doing it for revenge. Sean Yu does it for himself.
I think Hades, whether he's getting revenge, that's what revenge is, for yourself.
But he's turning his aggression towards a direction.
To me, it's telling me
that's pretty justifiable.
To me, it's telling me there's more of a directive with what Hades is trying to do. There's more thought put into it, which to me implies more intelligence.
Okay.
Than just saying, you know what, I'm gonna take over China today.
You know how bad of a dude you gotta be to say that?
Yeah,
I'm gonna take over China today.
But then, like I said, what is he gonna do?
Move on to the next place. Hey, Japan. Think about this. I want to just say this sentence to you. How many men does it take to deliver a message?
Well, it depends on what the message. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, man. This is a tough one.
I don't think I can convince you. I think Hades is too global.
You're making me choose between two villains I really enjoy.
Mm-hmm. I feel like this is comparing Thanos to like Killmonger.
Yeah.
Like it's just at some point
one of them has bigger aspirations than just selfish ones. Mm-hmm. And you could argue that sometimes being selfish is villainous, but ultimately, any villain has selfish intentions.
Correct.
With the exception, I guess, of Thanos, really, which is why he's so fantastic.
So can a Killmonger ever beat a Thanos in terms of villainy? Just because the goals are higher? Because now we've run into this philosophical problem.
This is a whole different issue. Thanos has a lot more going on than him just... That's a whole nother thing. We don't want to get into that.
Well, you're talking about like a part.
Let's run through because now I'm getting confused with the categories.
Okay, aesthetic, source of evil, success.
Have we touched on success yet?
We have not touched on success.
So far, aesthetic goes to
Hades.
Source of evil. Oh crap! It's a toss up. Let's move on. Let's wait on that one.
We'll come back to this.
Success.
Hades brings the Titans. He strips Hercules of his powers, and he does capture Zeus.
Shan Yu gets the first hurdle of the Great Wall.
He climbs the Great Wall of China.
He is cocky about doing it. He takes over a lot of villages on the way. Successfully infiltrates the central area.
He solos that location.
He's got people helping him.
Oh, you're right.
I'm sure
I think there were a few.
Yeah, there was other minions. Yeah, because Mulan's friend had something.
But he has the Emperor in his hands at one point.
Yeah.
He got as close to winning as you could.
Now, getting... right, he did get pretty close. So did Hades.
But the Titans get beat so easily.
I forget how they got beat. Oh,
yeah. Hey, Hercules just...
Hercules like one shot. He uses like...
It's actually kind of, I think, does a disservice that they're so easy to beat.
But at the same time, though, how did you beat Shan Yu? You had a magical creature with fireworks.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty easy to me. Doesn't require too much going on there. It wasn't even Mulan that did it. It doesn't matter.
It wasn't Mulan who did it, no. When it comes to accomplishing their goal, Shan Yu got closer than Hades.
I don't think so.
He had the Emperor in his hands. He was going to win.
Just because he had the Emperor in his hands, I mean, there's other people that can step up. If he killed the Emperor and then Shan Yu was killed by fireworks, there would be another Emperor in his place. It wouldn't be like, well, Shan Yu killed him, so I guess they won.
I mean, he wouldn't have died at that point. He would have been in that position. There would be blood all over the floor.
And then Hades
got the Titans.
He got the Titans. He ensnared Zeus. All the gods were...
they were out of action.
They were all locked up in something, right?
Yeah. They weren't able to help.
And
then Hercules solos it.
He solos it, but he gets there, and then Hades uses Meg as a way to get rid of Hercules.
Meg-a-ra.
Whatever. Meg.
Yeah, he calls it that.
And if it's about to cut that string, at the last second, he becomes a hero or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Last second... So they're both last seconds.
Okay, here's the problem we're running into. Hades is going to win because he's got the biggest global situation. No one can touch Hades in terms of the scale of damage, which is why I'm going in more into the personal goals of each person. Shan Yu, in terms of success, almost defeated China. In terms of killing their leader.
Yes, but okay. You're using the word almost. Hades almost did that as well with his version of getting China. You know what I'm saying? So they're both right there on the cusp.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what makes this so freaking difficult to decide. And I'm sure we're going way too long on this specific one.
No, this is what the people want. Get them going. Sorry, I kicked your foot.
Crap.
We're both leaning a certain way. Where's your wife?
She's asleep.
Oh, okay. All right. This is why we only have 3 categories. In terms of success, it's a tie.
Okay. I know this isn't a category.
Okay.
How well do you know what's his freaking name? Shan Yu.
Mm-hmm.
How well do you know him? Because I feel like there's more you understand. I guess you have more screen time with Hades. He's actually a big part of that movie.
Yeah.
And you have more screen time with Hades, so you can kind of hear his thoughts, his struggles along his way, versus Shan Yu, who's just like he's always just grinning and
he's evil incarnate.
He is evil, but again, like as you brought up earlier, sometimes the best villains are the ones who are the most complex, who have more going on to them than just I'm evil.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's more dimensions to Hades than there is Shan Yu.
There are more dimensions to Hades than Shan Yu. It's too bad that's not a category.
That's exactly why I brought that up. But at the same time, these other categories that you brought up, it's a toss-up between... I mean, besides one of them that's for sure the winner when it comes to appearance, the other two are tied. So we got two ties and one winner. What does that mean? I'm just saying, if you want to push towards these two arguments, because I said we'd come back to it. If you want to come back to it, we can.
Okay. No, we finished this. We finished this.
This is what they want.
Yes. Okay. We need to look at individual goals.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We can't look at global scale because then
we're gonna
stop and Hades wins. Wait, we don't need to do any more talking.
I understand what you're saying with the global scale thing, and now I'm like reconsidering that as my point of argument. But at the same time, that's just unfortunate. That was his goal. It's a global thing. All right, so we can break this down all you want.
I feel like Shan Yu got closer.
The same thing. Like, okay, if you want to break it down to this, there was a leader that needed to be taken down.
Mm-hmm.
One leader was actually taken down versus the other one.
He wasn't taken down. He was imprisoned.
Did he imprison this China leader? No. He got his hands on him. And then because Mulan's like, yo, I can beat you. Then he's like, and like started like...
Yeah, because he has honor. He's like, all right, trial by combat.
Honor.
Trial by combat.
No, that's 1v1, not honor.
Mulan versus Shan Yu.
All I'm saying is
all that chi from the
if your goal, if you want to break it down to actual goals, like goal is take over China, goal is take over the world. They did not get it. To get to that goal, there's one person at the top. Sure, there's other hurdles along the way, Hercules being one of them. But ultimately, the guy at the top was taken down on one of these occasions. For sure taken down. Not killed. You don't have to kill an enemy to win the fight.
He killed that little girl.
My God. Why do you want these children to die so badly?
I don't want them to die, but killing children is...
Elmo loves
who's killed
dead
more children? Who's killed more children? Who has caused the death of more children?
Hades.
No.
The Titans.
They didn't kill anybody.
They killed everybody.
They killed everybody.
They killed every person on Earth.
Every person.
Everyone.
Shan Yu has a higher death count.
I don't think so.
Yes, he does. In the movie itself.
You just said how global Hades is.
Yeah, but he doesn't kill anyone. Name one person Hades kills. In that movie.
His actions cause a lot of death. Are you going to argue me there?
Yeah. What death? Name some.
They're not going to show death in Disney movies.
I know, but they imply it with
They implied
Mulan.
a lot of
death. They imply it way more with Mulan. There's more implied death.
Mulan was slightly more adult than Hercules was. It was geared mature.
So you agree that there was more death?
No, it was not more death.
You just said that it's more mature, so they showed more death.
And you said implied certain deaths, sure, but I think when you see what's happening with Titans destroying all these towns and everything, I think Hades has got this. People in the comments, regardless of what this outcome is about to be, have my back on this. I'm not even going to tell you, just make the right choice. Because at least using the logic you're using, Hades has technically, not himself, but there's been more death because of Hades than because of Shan Yu.
Who?
Exactly.
Who died? Who did Hades kill?
People, dude.
People? It never... It's...
You can't be serious.
It implies that all of them made it okay.
You cannot be serious.
It implies everyone made it out safely.
No.
Everyone makes it out safely after the Titans and Hades. And it is implied...
All I'm saying is I did not see any dead bodies in that town that was wrecked.
Listen.
They could have all escaped. I'm just saying. I want to use your logic.
No, because there
was a lot of helmets.
The Mulan's commander knew that his dad was dead at that point.
But did he see a dead body?
Okay, here's what I want to do.
Where's the dead body?
Here's what I want to do.
Exactly.
No.
Checkmate.
I think...
Checkmate.
In terms of success... Shan Yu wins. But in terms of source of evil, I will give you Hades. And Hades can overall get the win, but I think Shan Yu is more successful than Hades.
I don't think so.
Either way, Hades wins.
No, I know that. I mean, that's a clear... This was clear since the beginning,
no,
but...
No.
No, this was a tough fight. I'm telling you, but I still don't agree with the success part.
Regardless,
only
Hades,
because of
Hades
the logic
anyway.
that you yourself brought into this.
Hades won.
I know.
Okay.
But I wanted him to like just destroy, and he only barely won.
Okay. All right. Here's another tough one: Ursula versus the. I'm sorry. We did Ursula versus Frollo. I'm sorry. Abuela versus Dr. Facilier.
Dr.
Facilier. Aesthetic.
Yeah,
he's got the most drip of these four. And we were talking about Scar's drip. If it ends up Scar Shadow Man, that's an easy in the bank for the Shadow Man. He even got that gap tooth. He makes it look cool.
Okay. So
Source of Evil, Ursula versus... I'm sorry, Abuela versus the Doctor. Abuela will never win an aesthetic category.
No, that's... Source of Evil... Again, it was rooted from a good place. Became pretty bad though. But I don't know. What do you think? I want to say the Doctor too, but I guess I don't have too much to say on him because it goes back to the same problem we had, a grander scale.
There's one line that makes me just want to push for Shadow Man right now.
Okay.
The Voodoo Mama Juju, whatever, Voodoo Mama Odie, whatever her name is, she says, y'all been messing with the Shadow Man? Implying there is a history, not only between those characters, but that the Shadow Man has been up to his antics for some time. Mm-hmm. Maybe he was an apprentice. I'm just,
yeah.
But there is a clear
He's got
history.
A reputation on the streets.
Yes. The Shadow Man has a history of being evil.
Okay.
Abuela is self-righteous and thinks she's good, but she is not. But the Shadow Man also thinks he's getting what he deserves. He's like, I worked hard, for these powers. I worked hard to... Yeah. I want to take over New Orleans. I think this is one let's come back to.
Okay, sure.
Because Abuela sucks.
Yeah.
But when it comes to success, she does not break Mirabel down.
Fully.
Mirabel always pushes through. Any other girl would have given up at that point. Mirabel is stubborn. And honestly, what she does to Bruno, she is very successful at destroying the reputation of Bruno.
Yeah.
But like you said, that ending...
But is she, though? Because everyone's singing about him.
Well, that's just Hispanics, man. Yeah, you know how we are. That was the part of the movie that I was like, I'm in. Like, just that these Spanish people.
Pretty far in there.
I remember I saw it in pieces, so I didn't see the movie from beginning to end for a long time.
Yeah.
But that was the part of the movie where I was like, yo, these Hispanics are talking about something they don't want to talk about. This is my family. I think in terms of success, you actually give it to Abuela, because Shadow Man doesn't accomplish too much. He gets close in some angles, but he's defeated pretty easily. She just throws the necklace on the ground. But his end is pretty grisly. Like, he's sucked into a portal from the Shadow Realm. Yeah. Right. Yu-Gi-Oh! Would not banish him there even. But he did. The Shadow Man got himself placed there. What are your thoughts on the success?
I can see where you're coming from, but at the same time, you gotta keep in mind what her goals actually were. was to keep the miracle burning.
Mm-hmm.
It was burning in the end of the movie.
No, the house got destroyed.
I saw a house at the end of the movie.
They built it.
So
after she got an unearned happy ending.
Yeah. I don't even want to defend this chick. She's a tough character because she wasn't trying to be evil.
Mm-hmm.
She was just so stubborn with how great she thinks she was and all these right moves that she was just lost sight of what the whole point was. So I don't think there was really a success for her because she wasn't attempting to be evil. She was, I guess, successful at it, but that's not what her goal was. Versus what the Shadow Man was trying to do. He had a goal in mind. He's like, I'm going to turn you into a frog. He was successful. I'm going to turn you into Naveen. He did it. Needed some help, and that's why he was trying to do what he was trying to do. But,
I mean, that's just one of the
and then when it comes to Abuela, like she wasn't. I'm gonna make Mirabelle upset. Like that wasn't her directive. You know what I'm saying? So success is a tricky one for Abuela because that's not really a goal of hers.
I'm gonna jump on your side real quick with my interruption.
Okay.
You remember Rey?
Mysterio,
no,
Skywalker,
no, Rey
spoilers.
from Princess and the Frog.
Oh, the yeah.
Do you know
the light? Firefly. Yeah.
Think about what happens when those two meet up. I just did. That's not good for an audio podcast. Spoilers for Princess and the Frog. He swats that Firefly, steps on him, and then just adjusts his collar and walks away.
Oh, Shadow Man?
Yeah.
I forgot that happened.
And I'll tell you what, that I watch that, every time I watch it, I'm like, dang, that's such a dirty move. Yeah. Like, because to him it's just a bug, like, who cares? Yeah. But, like, you've, like, watched this guy, and they all Evangeline
maybe somehow like him, yeah.
My sister loves that Firefly.
I did not like him at first, and then he did the whole thing with the moon, I'm like, dang it, why you make me care about you?
Shadow Man.
Yeah.
Shadow Man wins this. All right. So we're heading into the semifinals now.
This is a long cast.
This is going way longer than I thought it would.
This is longer than the Prince one. How?
All right, let's finish this up. We got Scar versus Hades. I think I know where you go aesthetic-wise. But at the end of the day, his colors...
You might not...
I think Scar's got a more evil look. Hades is played more for comedy, so he's kind of like silly at times. And Scar always got that smug look or that psychotic look. When it comes to a villainous aesthetic, I think it's Scar.
I agree. Scar wins aesthetic.
Mm-hmm. Source of evil, jealousy from her brother. Mm-hmm.
Very similar.
So Scar and Hades. Scardies is my ship name for these two. Scardies. I'm not gonna.
Oh my
god. What are your thoughts on the source of
Hater.
Of evil? Huh?
Hater. Scar. No.
Hater.
Doesn't work.
Like
source of evil. It's the same thing. I mean, it's routed
they
from
have
the same.
They are the same. They hate their brother and want to destroy him.
Yeah.
But you know what? Scar actually kills his brother.
Yeah, he definitely does. But okay. Ultimately, it comes down to it. Yeah, he killed his brother, but at the same time, there's not a whole league of other male lions that could see that as a dastardly thing and find out what happened. Versus, because Hades can't just kill Zeus. First of all, Zeus is a beast, but there's also a whole bunch of other gods that could take him out, also as a retaliation, and they're all kind of living together. Was Poseidon even in that one?
He's in the background.
Yeah, that's right. He was all weird. But I guess that's not the point. But just that's something I guess to also keep in mind because I'm sure Hades would love to do that, but there's just so much people around that you can't. Versus, I guess the same. I don't know.
I think.
Yeah, I'll give it to Scar on that one too.
We could talk about the source of evil, and maybe that'll affect some of our views here. Oh, they're the same.
The same.
Yeah,
the source is the same.
Yeah.
Success-wise, I think that's what you were leaning on with him killing the brother.
He kills his brother, and it's considering they have the same source, who kills the brother. You can also look at, if you're talking about the level of death. Like, yes, Scar doesn't try to have world domination yet. I just looked at the camera that doesn't exist, but he does. There are some dead giraffes.
Everything the light touches.
Yeah.
And past that light.
There are some dead elephants after that wasteland was created.
He's going to find out in Timon and Pumbaa land and just keep going. Yeah, I guess when you put it all that way, I think Scar takes this one.
He also, forces his nephew to think he killed his own father.
Yeah, that's true.
That's pretty messed up. Mm-hmm. And he was successful.
He did it.
Simba thought he killed his own dad for several years.
Yeah.
He's eating bugs just to pay for that crime.
Yeah, man.
Are you okay?
Slimy?
Are you okay?
I feel like it's fine.
I feel like we went into this. You were Team Hades.
No, I knew. I like I said. What did I tell you in the beginning? I think Scar's got this, and who else?
Captain Hook.
No.
Well, that's what you said before. I'm sorry. You said something about Captain Hook before.
No
Maybe
way.
Ursula.
No, I said Scar. I think I said Scar and Hades. Didn't I?
Maybe. Well,
whatever.
Luckily, I will edit this audio and can tell you sometime this coming week. Are you okay with this?
Yeah.
Scar? Okay. Yeah. So now we have Dr. Facilier versus Ursula.
Without discussing it, I'm leaning towards Ursula.
Okay. I'm leaning towards Shadow Man. But I'm willing to have the discussion.
Okay.
Why are you leaning towards Ursula?
Appearance-wise, who's more iconic? If you see a cosplayer dressed as Ursula, I feel like you'll know who it is no matter what. A dude in a cool suit might not know that's supposed to be...
But a hat.
There's a lot of hats. I'm just saying. You might not know it's supposed to be... what's his hat look like? See, that's the thing. I can't think of it.
It's like a top hat. It's kind of...
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, that could just be anybody who's got great style.
The drip, though.
He's got great drip. But I don't
Ursula's got like 3 colors on her.
Don't worry about the colors. Probably Shadow Man does too if it wasn't for all his magic surrounding him.
That mocha skin is not...
Let's see. Let me pull him up.
All right. Felipe is currently looking up these characters. Keep in mind, everybody, we need you to like our TikToks. I said that weird TikToks. The YouTubes, the Spotifys, the Apple Podcasts. Give us love wherever that you can. We got a Twitter. Anything educated discussions you could find, we got it. And we need you.
He's definitely got a style, but again, if you saw this person dressed like, I feel like that might be a thing where you're like, oh, is he supposed to be Shadow Man?
But it would look good. It's like someone went all out on that.
Oh, that would look great.
Mm-hmm.
But then you'd be like, oh, is he trying to do the Shadow Man thing, or is he just looking great? Versus Ursula, that's unmistakable. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way to be like, oh, is they trying to do Ursula? Yeah, that's Ursula. A lot of just the octopus with the swiped back hair, the big pearls, like all that stuff, and the ghostly skin. Like, I have a feeling that appearance goes to Ursula. Okay. Keep in mind, I like Shadow Man more than Ursula, but I'm just trying to be fair here.
All right. So when it comes to the source of their evil, I do think Shadow Man.
Really?
Yeah, because I think, like with Hades, we mentioned like
I guess so.
He's trying to... He's got a history with people, just like Ursula does. I think it's a different topic when we talk about the success.
Ursula must have been pretty bad to be banished from his kingdom.
Really? I don't know. King Triton was like, you have a statue of a boy? I'm going to destroy it. You have forks and dinglehoppers? I will destroy it.
And whatchamacallit?
You're late to your concert. Like, Triton kind of sucks.
Yeah,
you probably get banished real quick.
Do.
Yeah, and you see Sebastian.
That's the problem with Zeus. All gods. It was terrible.
With Frollo.
Let's move past that one. Not yet on that one.
All right, success. She gets the trident. I've said that 3 times now, but that's a great get. She does.
She steals the voice.
Something else that's not a category. It almost was, but then it would have been 4. Their ending. The Shadow Man's death might be in the top 2 deaths of any Disney movie.
But it's not a category.
Right.
That's why I brought up the other thing. That was your answer to mine.
Annoying, but
I know.
The way he was dragged into the Shadow Realm is really awesome.
Yeah.
And
better than falling off a cliff.
Yeah, take that, evil queen. You didn't even look like a queen at the time. You were an old lady.
Old witch. Anyways.
When it comes to success, that's always been the Shadow Man's weakest in my head.
Mm-hmm. So then we have... Well, there you go. That's Ursula winning too.
I didn't finish.
Oh, okay. I don't know what else there is to say.
But what does she do? Like, she gets to try... And then, there's nothing past that.
She steals the voice.
Mm-hmm.
Disables...
She turns the frog. He turns someone into a frog.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She wins over the heart of Prince.
He wins over the heart of the servant. And that's hypnotism.
The heart.
That's the hypnotism, by the way, from her. She didn't win anything.
Right. But still, pretty messed up. You got Ariel over there. He's like, "Oh, that's the voice. That's the voice I heard." She gets to try it. Mm-hmm. Her main goal.
He gets the necklace. With the blood in there.
She gets her most imposing threat and turns him into just a withered old... You said shrimp? I don't remember.
Yeah, something shrimp.
Just some weird, weak thing.
He turns the city of New Orleans into a trap filled... He killed the firefly!
He didn't kill the firefly. The firefly was still alive, wasn't it?
Wait, what?
The firefly lived? Or died?
Yeah, in the shot. Yes?
No way.
He stomps on him.
I thought he still was like, oh...
No, because if you go back to that movie, they're like, oh, Ray would have loved this. And they look at the sky, and it's like 2 stars shining.
Yeah, you're right. Dang, that's messed up.
He kills the firefly.
He just killed the bug, though.
No, but... Sure, he only kills a bug, but like...
But
they were able to make you care about that bug.
That wasn't considered a success, though, because that wasn't what he was trying to do.
Because he did it so quick. He meant to kill that bug, and he killed it.
He's like, let me get out of the way.
You know what? Regardless of the result, you should watch that scene again. Where
I'm sure it's
8 seconds,
up.
And it's just
I don't remember it, and I'm like, that's messed up.
It's masterfully done. Like, it's equivalent to when we watched that Evil Queen died, and the vultures are like, oh, we gonna eat that.
and then she's able to use this newfound power and transform all big and stuff. And be a devastation.
Actually become weaker. No. She would have dodged that boat if she was small.
Okay, well, yeah. I don't know. It's a tough one. I still think Ursula's got this.
Okay. I will put Ursula into the finals against Scar.
So you made it, everybody.
Scarsula.
You made it. This is the finale. Mm-hmm. Scar. No, in this corner... No, what were you doing earlier? I forgot. Anyway, we don't have to do it.
From Africa, Scar. From someplace by Scandinavia.
No. Go back.
From Africa, weighing about 184 pounds.
It's a light lion, okay.
The King, Scar.
Be prepared.
And then we got some poor unfortunate souls rooting for Ursula. You see what I did there?
Yeah.
All right. Aesthetic. If you dressed... this is wrestling.
You gotta have her thing. Yeah.
If you dressed up in a Scar cosplay and pull it off...
I don't know how that would work. Hercules did that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He nailed it.
Yeah.
It's all tied.
Mm-hmm. Who you got for aesthetic?
No, if you pulled off a Scar cosplay, you definitely know who that is. But oh man, that's a good one. They're both very iconic, and honestly, stand alone in both of their series. No one else looks like Ursula until you get into the other movies and you got her sister or whatever. But no one looks like Scar.
Oh, his son. Doesn't he have a son in the second movie?
That's what I'm saying. When we're not worried about the second movies.
Okay. It's equivalent for them.
Yeah. So they're both stand out. They both are dastardly and evil looking and everything.
I wish Ursula had I think I'm giving it to Ursula.
Why is that?
Because she is more of an imposing figure. And I was about to complain about her colors, but she got that lipstick going.
Okay. Because I was going to lean towards Scar, but at the same time, you're right. He is the smaller brother. He does look not as heroic and
who would you fight, Scar or Ursula, given the chance? You have to pick one, and you want to live at the end.
Would fail for both. If I fight her on land, will she shrivel up eventually? If I run away fast?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
She was chasing people down on that boat.
But Scar's pretty messed up too. That's not a good question. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
I think
I know what you're getting at though, because Scar.
Ursula's more interesting.
Looks weakly compared.
Scar's eating mice at
others.
the beginning.
Yeah, that's true. Because he's not good enough to get the others. Anyways, all right. So Ursula wins this one. All right.
Source of evil. I think Scar.
Source? Yeah, you're right.
Scar's got so much emotional baggage.
Okay.
And considering the arguments made earlier, he, in terms of success, he wins for a while. He's a legitimate winner. Ursula got to try to...
Get this kid out of here with this trying to...
Well, I mean, so did Melody in Little Mermaid too, so...
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner.
Wait, no. What do you mean we have a winner?
That's it. We decided.
No, I'm not done.
You just said Scar is more successful. He won root of source of evil, and he won success. That's 2 out of the 3 categories.
No, I don't. I was just trying to be funny, but then I just said information that.
Yeah.
Wait, let me think about this.
Okay.
Let me think about this. Scar wins Source of Evil, absolutely.
Okay.
When it comes to success,
I don't think it's contention.
He killed his brother.
He was king.
He almost killed his nephew.
He can. Yeah. He tried to kill his nephew, missed, or whatever. But he thought he did.
Here's my problem.
And he convinced the nephew that he did something bad.
Here's my problem with Scar that I would just like addressed. He was an awful leader, and would have died out anyway had he not been stopped. Because the state of the Pride Lands was abysmal. They went from green grass to brown mud everywhere. He was an awful leader.
This isn't the Prince cast.
Well, but in terms of success,
this is not how great their leadership is.
But he failed at, once he reached his goal, he did fail. Ursula, I could predict, would have had Atlantis under a tighter ship, no pun intended.
I don't know. We're not going off of what they might do. We're going off of what they did.
And Scar has a failure.
So does Ursula. She failed. They both failed.
Yeah, they both failed, but Scar's got more failure.
Because I don't think so, because technically her goal was to have the prince fall in love with her. She failed.
Wait, what?
She failed. She didn't have the
prince. Oh, I thought you
said
fell. I'm like, okay.
It's just...
Okay.
I don't know. That's just me.
He killed his brother. I feel like we're repeating ourselves a lot.
I know. Well, we're saying it to make it make sense for us.
I still think Dr. Facilier should have been in the finals here.
No way. Not compared to Ursula.
Scar wins.
Scar wins. Can I go back to my voice?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, darn it. I screwed that up. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Scar. Were you prepared for this?
I do find it interesting that my number 1 and 2 seeds on this, as you can see on the paper, Felipe, were Scar and Ursula, predicting that would be the hardest matchups for people. For opponents. So I the way I did the tournament was I kind of ranked everyone from most likely to win to least likely to win.
Oh, in order?
And the top 2 were Scar and Ursula, and Scar won.
Ah, okay.
I knew it all along.
You and I both called it.
I obviously did number 3 wrong because I gave it to Maleficent and then Captain Hook, and we quickly learned.
Yep. Yeah. Nope.
Quick respect though, Abuela making it pretty far.
Yeah, I mean she sucks that much.
And if you've not seen Princess and the Frog, you should watch it because Dr. Facilier is my personal favorite Disney villain
of all time. Really?
Mm-hmm. Sean Yu's up there, but the Shadow Man is peak Disney villain for me. He would be Kylo Ren, that's for sure.
I mean, I really like Clayton from Tarzan.
We really shouldn't undersell what Ratcliffe did to the Native American community.
Yeah.
And Frollo to the Gypsy community.
That's true.
Mother Gothel, you suck. But I get it.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, but I get it.
She's just trying to live. Good Charlotte.
Lady Tremaine, I thought you would have made it further.
Nah.
I thought your figure was imposing enough.
It was.
That scowl, it wasn't enough. Hans, you barely made it. Good riddance. Evil Queen, weren't evil enough. You had it in your name.
Yep.
But you couldn't catch up. Jafar, you didn't go very far.
I'm surprised Jafar didn't get further in this list.
Like he got too. Hades was too tough.
It's too strong. Yeah.
It's too tough. And Maleficent was not a magnificent run, but that dragon form,
pretty cool.
I would have been interested in Jafar versus Maleficent.
Different cast if we say who would win in the fight. Okay.
Okay.
Different outcomes there.
All right. Okay,
Abuela will be taken out right away.
Who's your prediction for best fighter in a battle royale?
Giant dragon versus giant sea creature
versus giant snake
versus
lady in a car running over dogs.
Yeah, that won't go very far. Hades,
okay,
though.
If he
Titans.
Could, okay, to be fair, if he could climb the Great Wall of China, he could climb a Titan. Sean, you could climb a sea monster. Sean, you could climb a snake.
Why is she slippery though? It's wet. You know what I'm saying?
That's the bottom of her. If you get past the bottom, you're good. She's closer to the ozone layer. She get dried faster. It's more arid up there.
Okay.
Does that science work for you? Does it check out? Sean Yu makes it to the top 3 in the fight. He's going to hide around and kill.
He's up there because he can survive an avalanche.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Lady Tremaine is done.
But Facilier, he'll be using some magic all over the place.
He could put... Okay.
Abuela can call up on Luisa.
she
can find service.
Oh, yeah. Oh, geez. She could be Hades then.
Yeah.
Dr. Facilier is the Doctor Strange of the
he's a mixed bag. You don't know.
Yeah. All right.
Different cast.
We're about to hit 2 hours here soon. So we're gonna end it here. Everybody, thank you so much for listening. Remember to support us on our other feeds on Instagram. No, not Instagram.
Stop saying that.
Sorry.
You can barely handle the feeds we have now.
TikTok.
Twitter.
YouTube. Is my voice correct?
Yeah, it's okay. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
We're all young, you know.
Yeah. Spotify.
When you're in your teens, folks, this is what happens.
We need likes. We need plays. We need reviews and shares. So please feel free to throw that on your own social media. I'm Elmo.
I'm Felipe. And we need you
to keep it educated.